Welcome everyone. I took too long, but I'm here now. Let's see. Get this YouTube thing going here. Akina Nori, welcome. Nice to have you here. Click like communicate. I think it should work. Test. Yes, it works. So I'll quickly write. I want to color this today, so like we do like this Pseudomon, and I want to try coloring it, maybe like experimenting a bit with shading and stuff. And maybe practicing a bit more in general. I will do perfect Pseudomon. I will quickly get some more water. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Ta-da. Yes, welcome. So, my idea is... let's start with, just to get into it again. Just do like quick coloring, or like quick base colors. And then we can also I wanted to add here that is sitting in a cross-legged, what do you say that in English? Cross-legged? I guess I wanted to draw him sitting cross-legged, but I think I accidentally deleted my sketch for it, so maybe we'll find it sometime. Is it here? No. I'm not sure where I put it. I have kind of a lot of layers here. But yeah, these are the roughs, and I will make a new folder that's called base colors. Yes. So we don't have to like perfectly color pick it, but just to get like somewhere. This maybe, and this is a bit more blue it seems like, and this is a bit more gray, lighter. So maybe a bit darker one would be nice. Interesting how close in value they are, right? Maybe something like this. Okay. So I guess we can like just start with this as a color, right? Also, is it still hot where all of you are? For me it's really hot. Like less hot than the last days. That's why I went to the gym. But it was still like still there. It was like hotter than normal. And I'm a person who does not like have an easy time with the heat, I think. So like my brain gets low and like I get like kind of like exhausted easier. It also didn't do as many leg sets, but I still got like one record in and like good quality sets. I noticed looking at other people that basically a lot of artists use my approach of, I think, like splitting the colors into layers, because it's just easier to work around that. I think like I'm on the right path with that. But yeah, it's also why I took a bit longer. And then I wanted to do some calf raises, but then someone did like, I think like 10 sets of calf raises or something, or maybe 5. So I did instead biceps stuff, and then also the triceps. So it's kind of like I'm repaying the days of not being. So this would be like this, right? Kind of repaying the days of not being to the gym because of the heat wave. Yeah, for the people who are not in Europe right now, Europe had like a heat wave that was really, really much. And then, of course, the Deltarune release. What did you say this? Yeah, but like it's really not the problem. Like most things I save and make backups, but it's like just like a kind of sketch layer. So it's like just like the pose, but we did not figure out kind of like the total like the logic behind it, right? So it's like not really something totally lost. And maybe I even have it here somewhere. Good job. I think shading really relaxes me, so that's also nice, a nice contrast to the like heat workout. I'm not sure what about it. Anyways. I also like that it's like this is nice orange, right? Is it too orange? No. It's too dark orange. It's perfect here. For this one it's too dark. I still use it. I think like the slight color variation we can just like choose by what we like more. So let's see. And this like layer. I think the layer thing is really cool. I saw that some people also like just make like a mask. But I think clipping is easier than making a mask, right? Because it's like one less thing that you have to copy and maybe change. If you change another layer, then you have to change something, right? But like not having like think about it. And then says, I like him. He seems like an older gentleman. Is it because of his beard? Or like his like walrus thingy? This walrus? I'm not sure like how old he would be. Maybe he's just because he has a beard. But he's definitely adult. Guess like I need to color the eye anyway, right? So like I can just do it like this. I could even like do it like this, right? Like basically it doesn't matter. It's also nice, I think. Ta-da! Master mustache. My color just looks like he has a mustache. Yes, Pride Month. Happy last day of Pride Month, but Pride never ends. Yeah, it's just called July Pride Month 2. Then I can make more Pride videos. I can make Pride videos anytime. Yeah, sorry for not making too many Pride videos. I want to definitely make more videos. I think the last few days or like weeks I've just been like really invested in art. And kind of like chasing this kind of like art knowledge high or something. I need to like balance it nicely, right? But I think it's definitely paying off. Like I'm definitely improving in some ways, I think. Sometimes hard to see for yourself, but I think like I also don't want to be like ungrateful to my progress, right? I think that's not nice to other people who struggle more. Cause like the whole struggle is never shown, right? Like kind of like the like build sketchbook, but it's like also not like calling it struggle makes it like sound worse than it is, right? Just like a fun challenge kind of. Like if games are a struggle, then this is not a struggle at all. If you look, there's like a tiny gap between the nose, maybe something like this. Okay. Is there something else with this? No. Guess on the hands, right? Did not draw it in though. We draw it, or is it like? Yeah, it is his hands. But like this hands thing we will figure out later. I guess it's like all orange. Confusing though. Did not pay attention to that, but we can change it later. The idea is good, it just needs more like ED-ness to it. everywhere the pride. Canon says, I never had pride this month. Please have so much pride, I will give you pride. So be proud of yourself. Does it work that way? Maybe you can do a sketch of Pokemon and Digimon collaborating together. Nice. So like Pikachu with like guns and a Digimon that doesn't have guns. I guess like Blastoise also has guns. Also we have like this here where we can just like doodle anything. So like I can doodle like when we are bored of like coloring. Not like just doodle something. Science corner. Alright, also like for Deltarune, I kind of got too invested into the difficult fight and could not do it after 4 hours or 5. Then I uninstalled it to not be tempted to play it for like 10 more hours for the same boss. I think like the last phase is like deceptively difficult. And yeah, then I watched the ending on YouTube. So I think for like a secret boss, it is easy, or at least for me it felt easier than the other secret bosses, or like it felt doable, but I think that made me try it too much. I'm probably not a pro gamer. New pen nib again. Can you like make a pen nib out of steel so it doesn't like grind down all the time? Not sure. Okay. Then we need... Guess let's first do like the horn color. It looks a bit different, like it seems to be a bit a different shade here. But I'll treat it as the same, I think. I'll treat the same as horn colored, I think. I mean, like here it's really clear that it's a different shade, right? Then maybe I should not treat it as the same, but it's almost the same, right? This is a bit more greenish. But you almost don't notice it. Once. Okay, let's see. Yeah, coloring is so fun. It's really relaxing. And it's also kind of a like reward for what we did in the line art, right? Yeah, this says in the future means, sorry, I forgot to put for Pokemon and Digimon. I mean both muscular Pokemon and Digimon. Yes, and of course no problem. That's good. I think I like drawing muscles. If it hadn't been obvious. And I think you don't need even like a reason to do something, right? If you are motivated to do it, you can just do it. So we need like a higher reason for it. Ta-da. Okay. Wait, what? It's the wrong color. Was the not green color? This. Guess we need to like make like the claws, but like we need to like think how to make the claws later, right? Like we will figure that out. We can just like draw something on like this, so we just not forget it, right? But need to figure something out for that. the shell now. Guess it could also be thicker later. And fix this. You can see it here, but no, I think like our character is just so buff that you like there's no space between. It's just too buff. This and oops. Hello Kamal, welcome, nice to have you here and thanks for using the sticker. Pseudomon, exactly. It is, it's better. New layer. I love using like many layers because it kind of just doesn't matter what you're doing then. Okay. What else? Maybe that could be a bit lighter. Something like that. So much did you do? Yes, and Lemon, yes, I want to draw it. Maybe that will be my next one. What times I wanted Pseudomon? Yeah, I got the recommendation by Zach Rhino, so I thought like, make this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So where was I? The eyes we need. Oh, and like this thing here, right? Let's make it a bit more kind of this color here. Here it's a bit more saturated. Maybe I like the more saturated one. Like this one here is more saturated, right? Maybe that's nice. A bit more saturation. Totally more saturated in this, but maybe that's nice. I guess like pairing the brown with the gray is a bit difficult, I think. We'll see. Maybe something like this. It's in a row. Sounds great. And they're both kind of tigers, right? Or like Lemon is a Leo. Lion. But I want to be really on model, I think, for that. And the eyes. We have white and we have this like blue. What is kind of this blue color? It's nice. It's like a tiny bit. Almost it feels like a royal blue or something. Like it almost feels purpley, but just because the gray here is so greenish, right? Let's see. This works out. It's maybe too dark, right? It's a bit lighter, I think. Lighter? Yeah, this is much lighter. Yeah, that's better. We should make the eyes a bit smaller. Multiply. I'm doing this instead of the shadow. Make it a bit more gray shadow. Okay. What else is missing? I think that's the most important things. Just do it like really fast. Multiply. Got here, maybe there. Let's maybe start with the main shadow. So I think we need like really big shadows, I think. Because like it's like so much of the same plane, right? So I think with grays the shadows are a bit difficult. Maybe a pink. But then let's get just like really big blocks in, right? I don't like the cello color though. mean, we can like try it out, right? We can, that's not what I wanted. Let's see. The original one has them kind of grayish. Do we want it to? Maybe something like this. More like violet. That's good. Oh, Flipbones, welcome. Also, sorry, Flipbones, no Deltarune today. I got frustrated with the boss and then I did not... Like, I tried for 5 hours, but I got to the last stage, I think. But I think it's like a bit like... The time between almost one, like you got to the like third phase, and finishing it actually is deceptively bigger than it looks. So now I'm just drawing, like shading Digimon to not be frustrated. Then I uninstalled the game. And I watched the ending of the chapter on YouTube. But I tried my best for 5 hours. Or something. Oops, it's like a different color. Or is it tomorrow to try again? Yeah, or maybe like in a few months. Or something. Or not at all. We will see. Yeah, and it's like, I think like I have figured the fight out. I just need to execute it better. But I think like this is kind of like the time in point, the point in time in games where I lose interest with a boss, right? When I think like, oh yeah, I figured it out what I need to do, I just can't execute it. More inside. Here on both sides. I hope this makes like naturally the shadow color nice. Whoops. One says, was even not a Digimon toy before. I know what it was a fun little guy. And even liked that franchise. Nice. Funny. Yeah, I think I really like Digimon. I am not like consumed all the media of it, but I like how they kind of like have like really like many have like really like kind of masculine, cool wrestler type designs. That's nice, I think. Of course, it also has a lot of feminine designs, but it doesn't like pull its punches with like making people like really like beefy. Or something. Put this here. On this side or on this side? Maybe on this side. Whoosh. Leaf. Yes. Leaf is for eating. Maybe I should just make like the whole apps dark, but maybe not. Also later we'll totally like tone this down even more. Maybe I should have started with the highlights. We will see. Then I thought like maybe like they are like he's sitting cross-legged or something. Scott the was. No, I have not heard of this. Who is it? Is it like a human? Probably. I don't dislike humans, I just can't draw them. Or I have no interest in drawing them. Kotsuda-san, konbanwa. Welcome. Look, I'm coloring my Tsurumon. To relax a bit. There's still a heat wave going, or like not, I mean, it's not the heat wave anymore, but just like regular over 40-degree heat. Maybe end of heat wave, I'm not sure. But yeah. So I had like lag day before, and I was so tired. So I'm still a bit tired. I hope you don't hear in my voice that I'm tired. Maybe you can hear it. But maybe that makes it relaxing. And then it's not so bad. Down here. Nice. Maybe something like this. Also like dark. Okay. Hello from Thailand. Welcome. Hello to Thailand. And the Bone said, I will goodbye from America. Wait, you're going already? Or maybe that's just like everything inverted. Then says, I did leg day today, but the leg call machine was broken. I did a new leg call, no, leg call, not like extension record, I guess, but like it means like that I mixed up the machine for like extension, which probably like everyone does, or like most people. So next I will like work really hard on like making the reps more like difficult or something. Someone broke the leg curl machine, that's evil. Says, I wait until tomorrow to exercise again, still recovering from my allergy week-long break. Yeah, definitely recover. Take it easy. Flipmon says, me and my pals watched me suffer in a an asymmetrical game. Outcome memories. I have more fun in Dead by Daylight than outcome memories. Yeah, it must mean asymmetrical games, right? Because Dead by Daylight is basically, I think, like a kind of horror, like how it's called in English, like where some people hide or run away and someone is catching them. How is this concept called in English? Hide and seek, kind of? What's an asim game? I'm not sure, I just heard it for the first time, but I think it probably means asymmetrical game. Like for example when the when there's like a hunter and a hunted or something, I think. Or like prop hunt in Gary's mod, or attacker and defender, I guess. Always fight against one or multiple bigger threats, usually one. And Gamma Chaos, welcome. Gamma Chaos. Welcome, nice to see you. I can read your katakana name because of my katakana practice. I can do it. But yeah, we can continue. I'm a bit like, my mind is a bit confused, but we can continue this. I'll call it just so I remember the name ambient occlusion, right? Also, is it like two different colors? Ah, I see. Missed some of this here. Basically, it's not noticeable, but like, still. Maybe I should always do the main shadow before the ambient occlusion. I'm not sure. How are you all handling that? Like here too. Ambient occlusion. Yes. Maybe I should just start. I definitely need some like glistening highlights, right? Like in Dragon Ball. Let's see, 1 second. I will quickly check too. Wait a second. I think there's some Twitch comments that I don't see right now. Ah, no. Denon says Romanian deadlifts, so it isn't so bad. Romanian deadlifts are great. I love Romanian deadlifts. And here... What is this? Right, add glow. I also saw some people using glow dodge for highlights. But I think I like add glow more, but we can like try the difference, right? I like to use like a kind of like yellowy highlight. Oh, there's so many comments. Argon or Drop says Gamma Chaos. Oh my G, Gamma Chaos. I love your Okyu Kamui design character. Oh, is it some kind of great artist? Kamiesi ni naru. Okay. But for that, first, I will study a lot. And people will see my diligent studies. Or something. But one step at a time. Oh, and Skullwolf Court, welcome. One step at a time. So the first step is just drawing the highlights here. And the other steps are all afterwards. How do I think like with my like highlights, I can definitely like make them better too somehow. Let's see. There's like this, and then it's like maybe like cut off here because there's like the back thing. Not sure. And then over here, kind of on the rim. Maybe something like this. A bit here. I think there's also Gammamon in Digimon, right? I think it was the Triceratops one. I did not watch that one that much though. I guess I could watch more Digimon. I guess like mostly I know from Digimon, I know the... I guess I mostly know Digimon from comics. Like from fan comics. Like from Dojinti. Maybe they all need to fall in love. They need to fall in love Something like that. Mm. I think this could be a bit more like this is something. Yeah, I think it looks better that way than being too neat. It shouldn't be too neat, I think. I would love to like hear from like all kind of artists how they think about that stuff, right? How they think about like shading and highlights. So fun. I love like the topic of all of this, right? Maybe like this. The thing is, why is it so white? I think I wanted to have like some kind of color, right? Maybe like this. Like this is fun. Or maybe yellow color. Nah, the yellow color looks kind of not good. Or maybe a pink color? No. I think maybe something more into orange is good. Or maybe not. Or maybe yes. Or maybe no. Or maybe yes. Or maybe no. Or maybe yes. Okay, I cannot decide. Oh. Then good to see you home, Skull of Code, and you relax and recharge. This is stream flip. Don't apologize. We here to chat and have a good time. Exactly. Yeah, basically, if you think about writing something, and if it's just like any chit chat and nothing that can be like bad or something, then anytime feel free to write it in the chat and I can react to it. Or worst thing is that I just don't notice it, right? So when I'm invested in some art detail, so don't hold back. Okay. Continue the ambient occlusion. Content on how to properly play something. Of course, I'm going to drop off animals, but I don't know which one I will draw. Then J-Rock says the character looks familiar. How is his name? His name is Pseudomon. So Pseudomon. And yeah, he's from Digimon. I drew him a tiny bit more buff, but in like look in the anime, he's also really buff, right? So I'm not even like adding too much of my imagination on this character, right? I'm just exaggerating some tiny details. Basically, still the same color? Yes. Maybe here, but I still like to like keep these lines. I think they're fun. Maybe they're weird. I'm not sure. I love drawing this in. Like this. And yeah. The thing is with this thing here, like I noticed on like some anime, they still have like this hatching in the like digital anime, right? Even if it's from the manga, maybe because it's like black and white, right? But they still decide to have that one, and I think that's so funny. So maybe I'll just draw a bit of it so like you can still see the texture. Not sure. I can do all of it, but I think like all of it is too strong. Too strong. I think I need to find like a rule for myself for this, right? Like, should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it in like here or something? It needs to have like some kind of sense or whatever. And the idea here is that it's basically not because it's like a crease where the light ends, but like because something is on top of something else, right? Like this is like kind of like, or like I think of it as the like if you have something lying on the table, then it's really dark where it hits the table, right? Because the light is trapped. Then there is this. I think it's because hatching does more than just create shade. It really has an appeal for style. True. But then it's like, why is it really prominent under the chin? Is it some kind of expression thing? Or did it get texture thing? I'd like to know that. Like, if I look like bleed. No, wait a second. You cannot even like Google to something like that, right? Because if you look like for bleach and then neck anime, I think no one Googles something like that, right? So it probably doesn't come up. Also, I will quickly get some more water. I'll be right back. So I'm back. I love the vibes in the chat. It's so nice. Like, everyone is drawing or doing something and like writing about stuff. It's so great. Okay. If you can make any concept of an animal, what would it be? And Chase Rock says, Cinnamon. I also like it, but Machkaugamon? Machkaugamon is still my favorite. How do you say mach? Mech? Mach? Hach? Gaugamon. Mach. Oh, that looks really cool. I think I don't know it. What is like official art for it? I see it in like game sprites? But is there like some like really high-res art of it? Mach. How do you say mach in English? Like match? Is it called match? Maha. Oh, it's like Johann Sebastian Bach, classical composer, is in Japanese Baha. Baha. And this is Maha. It's Maha. Maha. Gaugamon, I guess. Does it say like the name here in Japanese profile? do you say it in English? Like in English, there's also like Mach speed, right? Mach speed. But yeah, it looks like this here. 1 second. Here. Looks like this here. Looks really cool. I can totally try it. He's like a wolf with a like cool glasses, kind of. Right? Okay, 1 second. Serendipsis. Maybe it comes naturally under the chin because it's the one part of the whole body that's both in the shadow and exposed all the time. About shaded feels wrong, so it's like they need the hedging even at the line art stage. That's my speculation. That makes sense. Same reason your VTuber has a prominent shadow on the neck. Yes, it's kind of like also because like maybe it makes the head pop more, right? Yes, and exactly. So flip bones, it's just like with everything. And I think especially with me, I was like really bad at art for a long time. And did not even try it for a long time. And in the last 2 years, I really improved a lot. So I think I'm a relatively slow learner. So if I can do it, you can do it too. And it's also about like celebrating small successes, right? So I think if you manage to trick your brain in some way to not get discouraged, then you basically win, I think. That sounds good, right? I think a lot is like tricking your brain. Okay, I have to think here a bit with the coloring. It doesn't really make sense, but I just want to like try to like get like the something like this. And here to right, there, and then here. Oops. English speakers say mac, like macaroni and cheese. I think you pronounce mach like mac. Mac. Make changes in the future. Yes, I think so too. And if you don't finish like a sketch, it's also fine. You can just do the next one, right? I think like both approaches here and there are good. A painting, which looks like it was finger painted, and the deer was the one that never finished. Yeah, that sounds great. Call of Cod, I think, likes the Maha Kancheramon. Maha Gaugamon. Is there an answer to Kancheramon? Maybe. It's like in Japanese when you say like in English. What is the good translation for that in English? It's like something like this and that mon, or what's I'ma call it? Mon. I'm really bad with English slang. Guess I'm bad with slang in general. I don't use slang that much. Neither in Japanese nor in German nor in English. Yeah, my mother tongue is German. So I guess like in German it would be Dingstermon. Or something. Can be like darker. All of this. Okay. I think still like the needs like almost like multiple kind of shadows, right? Like maybe we can experiment with that. Like I think like all this kind of needs to be dark. I think like all this kind of needs to be darker. But if I do it like with the ambient occlusion, it's just too much. It's not really what ambient occlusion is. So maybe I can just merge this. And multiply. Why is it like... Maybe merge these. And then multiply. No, it doesn't work, right? Now it works. Now I can do this. But now... Is it a bit pinkish or is it not? Ooh, welcome. Lionel Paul. Lionel John Paul. And thank you for following, Kissy. Then Waki Nanori says, hey Plan, what country would you like to tour? Let's see, touring. Any country that has furry comics. And let's see. I got an invitation to Korea. But the thing is, like, the Korean convention is in March and the Japanese one is in January. It's like just a tiny bit too long for a 1 month adventure. So I'm not sure what I should do. And I would also like go to America sometime, or like Mexico. But I guess the situation is kind of complicated right now there. Or like America. Canada, the Canadian Furry Convention. And yeah. The thing is, I think I'm really like weak to heat, right? So maybe a convention that's not in the heated summer months is good. So I'm not sure how people survive something like Eurofluence. I want to go there sometime though. Yeah. So can we just make like a darker shadow here now and then it looks good? Maybe not. It just like colors it too much, I think. What should I do? We need like more contrasty things, kind of. Maybe we can fix it with something like this. Oh, I like this really light one here. Sorry for your eyes. But I think this looks kind of good. But why? Maybe because I don't like the grey and this makes it not grey. But it still feels kind of right. It's just like much too right, right? So what Lana John Paul says, says, have you watched the movie Code before? No, but I want to watch it. It's like also like a very animated movie. But it's also a sports movie, right? So I normally don't like sports movies. And there are not that many buff characters there, I guess. But I still want to watch it sometime. I'm not sure how the reception was to it. How did you like it? Bit less saturated. This is probably cheating, right? But like these are the original colors. And I'm just like making them, turning them into blue. But because everything is changed, it looks still kind of like gray. But I have an easier time with coloring it. Because I can, like this one here, gray shadows look dull. And non-gray shadows look great. Right? And it also looks kind of retro, like, the thing is like, what do you only use for like, kind of like adding some texture to it, right? So it looks like a kind of like a printed retro magazine or something, right? gonna finish drawing Sudamon. I want to, but maybe I will not totally finish it. But look, I'm so happy that it like kind of like turned into this like kind of violet cream color now. Pastel. Color of stars. I did it. Draw the rhino. I tendre it to plan. Thanks so much. Oh, I love that. Rhino, you're great at expressions and like faces. I'm so jealous. It looked great. Like, you have a great sense of like drawing the like muscle nose shape. Looks really cool. I feel inspired. I can also show it on stream if you want. Then
Soda Cat just followed.
General says, "Oh, thank you for following, DJ Soda Cat." And Serenip says, Hamburg isn't even the worst because it's relatively north, close to the coast, right? It has like some breeze, right? And there's a huge river. We got a bit lucky last year, but it wasn't too bad as long as you had open windows. I'm a bit scared for this year though, since it will be 2 weeks closer to the middle of summer. That's crazy. Yeah, I wish it will work out nicely. Memories, I don't know any of those games except Dead by Daylight, and I also have never played Dead by Daylight. So I think you should play what you like. DJ Soda Cat says, "Hello Plan, how are you doing today?" I'm good. I was really dead after workout because it has like still heat wave going on. It's the summer. But other than that, I had like leg day, but I got like new second wind from everyone's nice comments on the Twitch chat. Yeah, there's kind of a lot going on. If I like missed any comment, I'm so sorry. And you can always write me the same thing again or something. Yeah, the heat wave. Everyone be safe, please. Okay. Maybe a bit here. I love drawing in like the highlights. Like, I love like how it conveys the shape nicely, right? Like here to like make like something like this. It's a bit too like. I'm always wondering how like other people think of making the shapes of these, right? Like, I think for me it's like half of it just like experimenting and vibes. So, and half of it is like just looking at like kind of like shaded apples or something. But I think like I could get even more out of it if I like could make the shapes of the shading even better, I think. And is it fine if we make it in this color? I think for the hair, just to be safe, I will use another layer and call it like hair glow. Because then we can make like this like anime hair glow, right? Like kind of like the like strands, and then it's like it's like this again, right? It's like this kind of thing here. It's almost like not something like this, but it like should probably follow the form more. Guess here, no, this is like snow. It doesn't have any of the shiny highlights here, but I will always add shiny highlights, if you want or not. You cannot escape it. Okay. Maybe here. It just makes it look like fun and glossy, right? So fun. Even like do it here. Maybe it's too much now. Yeah, that's probably too much. maybe just here? Just like really faint. And then deleting it a bit here. And here too. Delete. Like that, like the idea is that like some strands make like shadow by like there being like a hole in the strands, right? Doesn't have to be perfect. There too, I guess. Like everywhere where there like would be holes. Nice. So fun. I just noticed that all the like white things look totally, like the cream things look totally white now. But I like this thing. How can I make this not affect the horns too much? I guess I could just like mask it, right? Like I could like I think that's a good idea, right? There's a faster way to do that. It's not totally non-destructive though. Also, we couldn't play the last stream while I wasn't there. FOMO. I continued it a bit, but I totally failed and just like failed at the boss. And flip bones. See you. You take care. I made one model, a couple comics, and an entire lore book. That sounds great. And Red Mage, welcome. Cat says, also Suramon is my second favorite Digimon, my first being Xvmon. I love Xvmon too. And DJ Cat says, I like the art you're making, it looks amazing. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. Yeah, thanks so much everyone. That really inspires me, right? Like if people tell me like that I'm doing good and that they like my art. Because I think it took a long time for me where I like really drew a lot but could not like make it come out the way I want, and now it's kind of like I'm not even sure what I'm doing, but it's coming out in some way that's enjoyable. Even less here. Then Kieran Lyle says, oh no, please be careful with Delta DT? Isn't it Deltarune? DT? Delta Tail? Spoilers please, it's too early for that. And see you later, Flip. Thank you for joining. I'm not sure what DT is. Maybe it's Deltarune. What was I again? Ah, right. I wanted to... We have the horns. Where are the horns? The horns. And the shell. Shell rim or something. The thing is, like, all the time when I have to use a mask, then I cannot, like, have it non-destructive, right? Which is kind of annoying. Okay, this and this. And this. And this. Can I, like, do it with two of them? Horns. Okay. Let's do it with the horns. And then I'm a shortcut expert. Getting a shortcut expert in Clip Studio. DT is Deltarune. Not sure if people say DR. I say DT. Nice. I will not spoiler anything. Because this is like too saturated, right? But I think this kind of color combination works now, right? With like the horns being... Does it work if I like put this just to this? Like I could also like remove the orange, right? Like if I do this like this. Just like using
Little
300 layers.
Siberian bear just followed.
We could do it like this, but I think we could do it like this, but I think this is better. It's like still like relatively orange. Oh, and thank you for following. Okay. I'll try to draw this one here. This is like kind of break. It's kind of like I kind of want to see like more examples of him. Let's see if you can make it work. I'm a bit scared and I'm also a bit hungry. So let's see. We have like the nose. I think I'm struggling already. Then it's like something like this, right? And then it's like whoosh. And then the eye is only here? We can give it an anime highlight, okay. And then maybe this should be more turned up, like this. Maybe. I don't want to scroll into it too much. This here. Look at this, like it's kind of like anime strands. He's a rascal. Okay. It's kind of like of Nikosi or something. The pattern like around the eyes. Whoops. 1 second and I'll be right back. I think that was my shamisen. Maybe that's because of the heat wave. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Everything is good. False alarm. Okay, let's see. Wait a second. I drew it in this layer and this layer. No. You want down. Just use it like in a new layer. Maybe this needs to be like more here, right? Maybe something like this is better. Oh, and here's like a kind of like one snout, one tooth up and one down, kind of. And kind of like... Maybe something like this. Maybe not as like big of a nose. Like these funny glasses. Kind of like deeply streaky hair and like the ears kind of like mine, right? Is that good or not? Maybe not. Why does mine look like an opossum and the real one looks more like a wolf? We will figure it out. Then, pretty spot on. What app platform am I using? I'm looking Clip Studio Paint. I like Clip Studio, I think. Because it's kind of like Photoshop, but there's like a lot of brushes. I want to get the muzzle shape right. Let's see. There's more like this kind of snoot thing going on, right? And the teeth here also later, kind of. Maybe like this. The big one down, okay. The nose is too big. What is this? Can I make the nose less big? Perfect. And now the eye is too big, I think. Maybe just everything is too big. The eye a bit smaller. Let's see what the eye would fit. Something is really off here. long snout exactly. What is this? I think even like everything seems too big, right? The snout seems too big and this thing here seems too round. At least I can notice some mistakes. Wait, this is better. Yeah, it just needs like a longer head, I think. Then he looks more like an actual dog and not like a whatever this is. Star Fox character. Smaller eye. Maybe the eye needs to be not here, not here. Something like this. Or I can redraw it. Let's see if I can make this work. Also, like I think like the glasses don't look like glasses anymore, right? Be like more like here. It looks so weird. Yeah, I will look more up. I will look up more references. The thing is, they're all really bad quality somehow. Like they're like 3 pixels or something. Oh, I love this one though. I like this one. So I think we can just like draw another sketch to get it more. But basically, like the muzzle is really like goosey kind of. And really long. What am I doing? This is so bad. Muscle is real estate. So bad. Why is this so hard? There's too much space here, right? Haku, welcome. I'm not too sure. Also, Haku, look, we did this before. I'm much more proud of this one here. But I want to get the essence of this character now. Thank you, welcome. Move the glasses up a little. This one here, ta-da! We worked on this before. I did not finish shading it though. I just like in the middle of shading it, kind of. I have drawn a few snouts sideways, but I think I would draw a snout without a reference sideways. Then it would be more like really bad kind of right now. But also it would not be like that big, right? But then it's like the glasses are like here. I think the glass fling is throwing me off a lot. Mahagaugamon. Yes, exactly. We will draw the sunglasses just at the end or something. Maybe I should really draw more from the side. Nice. Yeah, I think I can read katakana easily, right? So like... Oh, it's... Oh, you read it, right? This one here, right? So you can also like practice it here. Winningu nakuru. Winning. Howling Cannon. Howling Cannon. I think sometimes I feel like I don't know anything, but it's also fine. It's part of the process. Trust the process. Or whatever. most awkward way possible. Far from good at it. How did you learn it? From Pokemon? Guess I should just draw like the whole kind of like. Maybe something like this. Maybe he's just like really angry. Okay. I just cannot like draw this kind of. Straight, bit up and down. Straight, bit up. Then this weird visor thing. Tau X Kiwi from Beastars. It's Tau and what is Kiwi? I don't even know them. Tau Beastars. That's Jaguar Kiwi Beastars. The thing is, like, I don't particularly like the Beastars art style. So it's like, when I would draw them, they would not look like Beastars characters, right? And I think things look kind of scary. I think it's a bit scary. Somewhat this one reminds me, like the visor that I draw reminds me of like kind of this character in Elden Ring or something. I'm not sure why. Jesus, Pokemon is exactly. And like, look, like the quality is so bad. Like, how does this glass look? Is it like just like a sunglass? Just like this? Like flat on the top? Maybe. I want a reference that's bigger than 2 pixels. Just try in an own layer. So I think it's like meant to be like this. Doesn't read a sunglass. That goggles, right? do I make them look more like sunglasses? I'm struggling to draw sunglasses for an hour. Maybe like this? Not sure. Maybe like this. Not sure about this like sunglass thing though. How can I understand this form better? Like we have like this. The other ear. And then the nose is like this. Then it's like a bit down, a bit up. So difficult. How can we understand this better? And look, I think like even if I had like this, it doesn't look like it at all, right? I like how this kind of like goes a bit down and this goes a bit up though. Anime Gothic style? What does Gothic mean in this sense? Anime Gothic style? What is anime Gothic style? Isn't it something like how it's called Berserk, more anime Gothic? Because it's like medieval? Okay, we have like the nose. That's just a long nose. I think I'm probably struggling with like the long noses. And it's still like too much. Should be more up. Shapes that are like Gothic art. Like, I guess I can see it on the fur maybe. Maybe that's like the secret to be better at drawing them. Just need to draw Gothic art. Sharp slender silhouettes. I want to see it more. How can I make it more gothic? How can I make it more gothic? I'm struggling and I'm running low on fuel too. Let's see. More gothic. Maybe just draw it on the other side. More gothic. Gothic is like basically like really slender, right? So just should make him like really elongated, I guess. I'm not sure for this like long muzzled things. Where I should like start with the chin and stuff, right? More stuff, was so much. There's this mod tracing pattern. You mean like this thing? It's just like of this character, right? Hmm. Right, that's why Elden Ring is also gothic, right? Because they also have like really like long snoots and stuff. Hmm. Not sure. I'm still unsure about this. Let's try here again. Long snoot. Think about gothic. Maybe something like this. Maybe something like this is good, maybe. I know that's the wrong Gothic, right? But I gave him like eyeliner. Maybe that makes it Gothic too. Something about the eye placement as well. Still too high, I think. Something here is weird too. Maybe he can get a tiny beard. Or maybe not, because he needs like thin snout, right? Does he have a beard? No, he doesn't have a beard. It's like a different character. Goth and Gothic are still intertwined today. But how? Like, the new Goth doesn't have anything to do with like this like tall proportions, right? Maybe it does. I don't like the mouth anymore, it looks like an pussy. The nose. Maybe just classic nose, like this. I think the like nose to muzzle shape is also really different. Nice. I like Gothic. I think the mouth is like too far down. Oops. So I'll be right back. Okay, 1 second. I'm Gothic now too because I clicked somewhere on my emote pad. Yeah, okay, now I'm Gothic too. Gothic coffee. Gothic coffee. Gothic coffee. Okay. Is this better? Maybe something between those two. This is too high and this is too low, but that's just like a tiny bit. Something between that, right? It should just like split the layers and then like get it. I love making even more layers out of my 300 layers. Okay, now we can experiment with placement. Maybe something like this, but then it's like and I think like this part of the face here should be more to the side, right? Like a bit more like this. Maybe we can like just like get this whole thing. Before. No, I cannot undo it. I'm never sure like why can I like redo the stuff that I transformed. Before, after, before, after. I think I must have shown a top hat. Maybe, but like I always want to make it cool, right? So I think like when I think like I do a lot of sketches which I don't like, and the ones that I like then, I kind of like to make cool stuff out of it, right? As kind of a reward. So if I made something like this or something, I mean it's also fun, but I want to add muscles. That's my thoughts, my next thought, right? Maybe let's make it really gothic. I think gothic is kind of when it has like these things, right? Looks like, I'm not sure what it looks like. Does this make it gothic? Drawings look always really cool. Thanks so much. Does he get like a gothic shoulder armor? But maybe this is not the vibe. This is not the vibe. But kind of like exaggerated, like, oh, it would be fun, right? And then he needs shoulder plates. Maybe not a flower. It needs like bigger traps, right? Like basically like until there. That is Gothic now, right? It's a Gothic knight. Oops. Maybe he needs better posture. Off. Let's see. Yes, exactly. Gothic packs. Maybe he has a breastplate, then it's like not naked, right? Something like that, but like the angle. I wanted to end up looking like this kind of like meme, Marvel chest meme, right? Hmm. Yeah, I meant like this one here. Marvel just this one here. Here we are not that bad, right? Could be worse. The Rob Liefeld. The name of the artist. Also like totally like not a dig at the artist, right? Like kind of like because it got a meme, it's kind of great too, right? Okay. Let's not use this too much as a reference though. I think he should hold his sword, right? Like his Gothic sword. It's a bit of a different angle though. I think he looks Gothic now. That just needs to be like a flower motif too, right? Maybe. Be bad. He's treated as the worst artist? Is this crazy? The thing is here, it should be more like this, right? Like, I want to show more like the 3D-ness of it. But this is a kind of a different angle. Like, this torso is too much here, right? Yeah, definitely there was this AI. But I think the idea of this is right, like round though. But then maybe like the head. Oops. Let's just like merge these two. Cause something, maybe the then maybe these whole things. Or here. Good posture, bad posture. Good posture, bad posture. Oh, and welcome. Person with a human profile picture. I'm trying to draw a gothic furry. A gothic furry barbarian that needs clothing too. Maybe something between that, like something between this one and this one, right? But it's definitely something about like the head placement. We just move forward. Yes. True. Shading and coloring makes so much too, right? Good point. This is like a bit awkward, and this is a bit less awkward, maybe? Maybe the face just needs to be smaller again. Maybe small face means gothic. Right? Like kind of like the like church towers are also like small. Like they're tall but they're small. Maybe is that more gothic now? Maybe not. Maybe just a tiny bit. Maybe it needs to be turned a bit. I think the turning it is not bad. Yes, then it's gothic. Should he maybe not look? Should he look at the viewer? not as far back. No, but that's not Gothic enough. Furry here. Oh, not Furry. Eat my soul. What? Also, we need to like get the new hairdo for him, because like this. It's also totally a different character now from when we started, right? It's just like our Gothic OC now, but it's fine. Fine if the arm is so low. Maybe more like this. I love adding texture with the lines, it's so fun. Okay, once I can do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ta-da. Now we will make him even more Gothic and not. We will get a scar here that's different. Then we can look like. That's definitely Gothic 2, right? Like Elden Ring. I guess it's because like everything is spindly and ornamental, right? Spindly and ornamental. Let's see. nice. Now here's a harness. Maybe something like this. I'm not sure. I think like with like Gothic, right? We talked about Gothic and then I thought about Elden Ring. And now we're here. Maybe you can like just like I think the hair needs to be kind of like flowing, right? Oh, that could also be like Castlevania or something. Do you make flowing hair? Like this. Perfect. No, it's not energy enough. There's like some wind effect or something, I'm not sure. Perfect. Now it's art. It's 100 ways to draw flowing hair and I never thought about that. Oh, I know something. You can have like what's called like a flowing hero's cape, right? Maybe like it also flows over there, and then it censors his anatomy that I will not draw it here because I'm not sure how I would draw it. Maybe like you can only see one leg here. Or maybe he's crouching. He has a battle stance. But then you don't see the pecs. That's so sad. Maybe he needs a smaller sword. And then in the background, you have like a medieval gothic castle. Then it's even more gothic, right? Like, now we are changing into how it's called Castlevania, I think, but it's fine. So we have like a cliff. Oh, wait a second. The cliff. But that makes it also more gothic, right? Like there's a castle that's really tall and stuff. And then the moon, of course. Oh, the moon should be like next to him, right? Perfect. I think the moon should be making a silhouette, right? So the moon should be here. But then the pecs are not in focus. Yeah, I think resting his hand on the sword is also good. Like just down there, right? let's just get like really basic color ideas in. The background would be totally dark, right? Bit hard to work in. Nice. Then now it's perfect. And it glows perfectly on his pecs. The moonlight. Whatever what I'm doing. Also, I'm not the best with like dark compositions. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Anyways, I think I need to get some food now. But yeah, this is what we did. Some ideas. Call this cake. Yes, a moonlight sparkle on the pecs. Perfect. This is what we need. Where's the moon? There. Okay, it's kind of hard to read in this state, but that's fine. Anyways, I will get some food now. And see you all. It was really fun though. And we did this. We also did this here. Ta-da! So yeah, really fun. See you all, and I will check who to raid now, and then I'll get so much food. I will get so much food. Yes. Oh, we got the nutrients. Too late. Raid channel. But yeah. Funny how like randomly we got this funny thing out of it, right? It's really hard to read. Okay, let's see. I think for now, let's raid Lupus Young, who is German and trying to get an AC because he doesn't have one because he's German. Let's raid him. I hope he's good. And yeah. Anyways, thank you all so much for like helping me. Look what cool thing we drew. Look how cool it is. It has pegs, so it's cool, right? I'm so happy. Maybe I have a one-track mind. Anyways, bye-bye.